What is going on, guys? Welcome back. I'll put a trigger warning on this. First of all, I'm very appreciative that I have a full-time job. If I had to make this video in the moment, the tone, the cadence, the respect, which there is very little of, would be very different. You know, I've had to lose friends over financial and mental issues. It's not a joke. It's not something that you even bring up as I wasn't being serious talking about these problems. I did a video yesterday where I went over a video about a creator that said he could not stop playing this game because of the financial reward of Twitch, YouTube, whatever the case may be. And let's not mince words. There's a lot of money being made here. I made a minimum wage salary for a year last month. He responds with, "Thank you for your concern. I'm not actually in danger of being homeless. This was a joke just to say I can't quit the game the way a casual player would. Didn't think anyone would take it seriously." When I say somebody doesn't deserve a platform, I mean that they don't respect the reach that they have. They don't respect the people they communicate with or to. They don't respect the fact that people can take words literally, and what I perceived was not a joke. I'm going to link the video down in the description. Before, during, after this video, you go watch it for yourself and you see if you feel like it's a joke. His response to this was, the point of the video was that Madden is bad and that he was going to expand his content. That he's not surprised somebody with an IQ of 70, meaning myself and Jovan here, got held up on one sentence. You know, the problem is, this is a direct insult to many of his viewers. We're going to get into their comments in a moment. But as far as the gaslighting nature of this, it's so much more than one sentence. I'm going to go through a number of these clips. And maybe I'm more irritated and upset by this because I've had problems myself. And I know a lot of you have had problems where our country is. He starts off by saying this is going to be a conversation with no script. And he says, the fact is that I rely on this wholeheartedly for my life. I don't care what you think about me, what you think about him. I just want you to understand words here. Okay? Perception of words. He relies on this wholeheartedly for his life. And he goes on to say that it's controlling his life. And it's a life he does not want to live. Are these things we joke about? In all sincerity, is this a joke? Do I miss this? Because I don't think this is joking. You don't joke about, the game is bad, I have to play it, and I have no control over these things that affect my life. That's not something that you just passively say and then try to laugh off like you were doing a shtick. You don't sit there and say, well, I don't want to play it. It's depressing. I'm unmotivated. I don't want to make content. You don't go forward and talk about it being incredibly demoralizing. And this is just the aspect of him talking about having to play the game. His mental state. What's best for his physical state. I'm going to forgo the fact that he brings up creators don't have inroads with EA, which is a blatant lie. We know that creators get patches. He talks about the game putting him in a bad mood, a tilted mentality. But that's not who he wants to portray himself as, and that's some fact there. This is all a portrayal. This isn't a real person. To keep a roof over my head, the Madden videos need to come out. Now, this is from my video. I told Cody I apologize to have to use this because Cody didn't think this was a big joke, you understand. Cody thought that we should thank him for making a video like that it took balls to come out and say that he was having these struggles, these problems, and that I was ripping on him, which was very much untrue. I was concerned for him. He says that sometimes he doesn't get me because I should be thanking Maze for doing this. He's seen the light. He's a decent YouTuber. See, Cody doesn't understand it was all a joke, right? Byron doesn't understand that it was all a joke. This is from his video. Nearly 500 comments. He should be trending about this. Pure facts. You're the GOAT. No, you're a manipulator. You got on here and you manipulated your audience. You used your audience. You talked down and degraded your audience. You made fun of two problems that you should really never make fun of. And then when you got called out on it, you pretended it was a massive joke. And you have the audacity to say anyone in our community is toxic. You have the audacity to speak for anyone else in our community. This guy says you helped him get through some hard times in his personal life. You think he's going to appreciate the fact that you were joking now? Take a look at all these comments you hearted. Why didn't you let any of these people know it was all a joke? It hurt this person to hear you speak like this. I mean, part of me wants to laugh, but there's nothing funny here. The fact that all these people literally got, apparently, played for a fool. All these people cared. Get this video to 1 million views. This man's telling nothing about the truth, but this man tells you, I'm not even going to use the word man. He tells you, in hindsight, it was all just a joke. You use your platform to talk to people. You leave impressions on people. You educate people. You de-educate people. You inspire people. You frustrate people. You hurt people. With a platform, you can do a lot of things, positive and negative. You can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. But one thing you can't do is things like this. One thing you should never even consider is fabricating these problems. I'm astonished that someone would sit there and literally put so much time and effort, see so many people pour their hearts out to them, and then have the gall to say it was just a joke. Anybody with a 70 IQ or higher would have figured it out. Sure, maybe the actual part about you being homeless might have been a joke, but the rest of the context of the video was very real. It speaks to a lot of people. It impacts a lot of people, and I guarantee you, it impacts a lot of people more than somebody making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month playing a video game. You know, the reality is, a lot of us shouldn't have these problems. I shouldn't have financial problems. I don't. I don't have financial problems. Because of you. Watching my videos, supporting my channel. Supporting me. And how disrespectful, how inconsiderate would it be for me to speak to you as if I was going to be homeless, as if I had mental or financial problems because I had to upload a video about a game. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't keep the same amount of money coming in. What does this say to other creators? What example does this set? How are you a leader in our community? How can you be proud of carrying yourself like this? It's why I call so many of you guys Muppets. I don't even know how to end this video. You know, it really is tragic. That sometimes in my heart, I hope that these people haven't lived a difficult life, that they haven't had real challenges, that they haven't had real loss, that they haven't seen things like I'm sure so many of us have, because if they did, they would never even begin to joke around about these things. Maybe they're just a lot more fortunate than most people I grew up around. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. You know I will be back in the week with more commentary.